Tonight on UTVS News.
The Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy officially ended today. See what President Obama had to say.
Then the St. Cloud Civic Center is getting a new look. Lindsay Brandwell has all the details.
But first, a major rape case in St. Cloud heads to court.
UTVS News starts now.
Well, UTVS specifically, it stands for University Television Station, but it's just kind of a hub for a bunch of different outlets as far as media. There are 2 advisors for UTVS, but they really only oversee things and are there when questions are asked. Otherwise, it's a completely student-run station. Everything from the general manager to any crew member, it's all students or all community members.
I chose to participate in UTVS because I know it's a really strong program, and I also know that it looks really good on a resume, and these days you can't really graduate and expect to get a job out of school without having some extracurricular activities. So it was really important for me to get involved and to do as much as I possibly could to, put myself one step ahead of the competition.
Well, I decided to join UTVS because I've always loved weather, and I love telling other people about the weather. Because I feel like in the end it's just customer service when you're just delivering something to somebody else. So that's why it's like exciting.
We've won so many awards, I couldn't even begin to tell you the list. We're definitely nationally known, and we are award-winning newscasts.
A typical day would be to come in at 8:30. Usually I'll get here about 8:45 because I can wake up at 7 o'clock and I'm going to have some type of natural disaster coming. Like at the last minute, I'll get here about 8:45, and usually everybody just throws out ideas for news stories. And then after that, you just work on those stories all day long. If I was reporting, I would tell them my story idea or whatever I would do. I would go out, get my interviews. Then I'd probably try to shoot for coming back around 2 o'clock, and I would probably edit my package for about 2 hours because it takes time to do that,
A lot of times I end up doing most of my homework in the newsroom. It's just that I'm always there. If you get involved with the news, you pretty much live in the newsroom, so I find myself spending probably 20 hours a week in the newsroom, and probably about 5 of that is doing homework. The rest of it is actually doing news. So it's a lot, but you gotta find that balance as a student and a professional newscaster, or trying to be.
The challenges are sometimes you have people, they want to tell you everything, they want to tell you all the information, but they don't want to do it on camera, and you're like, no, can you just do it on camera, please? And they're like, no. I'm like, oh man. So the worst part is probably getting people to talk on camera.
I enjoy the challenge of it. It's a lot of your own writing stories, and it's a lot of pressure to make sure that you're saying everything right on camera, and reporting, you're calling people, you're getting the shots, and you're editing everything that day, and it has to be done by 4 o'clock, and so the challenge is really great.
It's actually really fun when you get to, when everything just screws up, because then you get to do weather for a super long time. And if you ask any meteorologist, it's like, oh, that sucks. But we really like to talk about the weather, even if there's nothing going on.
I would say just all the different things you can learn. I mean, coming into it, I really knew nothing. I'm a communications major, and I love sports. I was like, hey, let's try it. And everyone's super helpful. And I would just say that I'm learning so much this semester.
There's just something about working with UTVS and the people you meet and all the good times you have. Yes, it can be stressful, but we share a lot of laughs, and that's probably the best thing that I come away with every day that I'm here.
I like learning everything. There's just always something new in TV, and it's always changing, and there's so many different components that you're never bored, and there's always something to keep you busy. And sometimes that can almost be like a catch-22 when you're too busy and it's always hectic, but it's something that you thrive off of when you really enjoy what you do and when you enjoy being a part of TV and UTVS.